every single one of these amazing people on the stream with us here. Shout out to Jay Smooth, Jin Token, Jay Goody, Chris Rowley, Bruce, Enzi. The entire family is here, and we're happy to have all you guys here. Ozzy, an insane month for Volt Inu. It's been about 8 days, and what Volt Inu has accomplished and announced in February is absolutely mind-blowing.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Like I was telling you right before we jumped on the show, things can change within a matter of days, hours in crypto, right? It's all the momentum. And the way we've started off the month of February, I mean, we're not even talking about stage five. Like stage five is bullish in itself, right? But just the burn
Yeah.
announcement, that alone itself has sent us off to a pretty a 70 million vaulted run, and we still have a couple more days left. So, great start for the month of February. I'm excited, the community excited, everyone's happy. And hey, that's crypto too in general. When everyone's happy, making money, getting good gains, it just changes the whole atmosphere of being in a community like Volt Inu.
Absolutely, 100% agree. And let's go ahead and bring on our next guest, Power Wright. Ladies and gentlemen, put some electricity bolts in the comments if you're ready to see our guy, Power Wright. Power, happy Wednesday. Happy Volted Wednesday. How are you doing today?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Good afternoon. Good morning. What's up? How you doing, Ozzy? Everything's good,
Hey,
brother?
what's up, Power? Good, man, good.
We got two legends on, and I'm just gonna put a guess out there, guys. I'm gonna put a guess out there that we're not gonna see Pablo because I made him the little spoon on the thumbnail. I'm just gonna put a guess out there. We're not gonna see Pablo on the stream today because he was Little Spoon. I saw him in the chat. He was like, "What the hell? How are you gonna make me Little Spoon?" But I don't know if he's gonna be joining us. No, he actually he hit us up earlier. He's on a flight, so he won't be joining us. But I mean, Power, is this one a little bit better? I don't know. Do I have to fire another Fiverr lady for making it? Like, is there a way for them to make us not spoon together? I think I need to tell her that.
Dad, God damn. Could you just separate us? Jeez.
Yeah, it's
I
like
think I think that actually started the vaulted run, you know.
it did. You cannot deny that, guys. Our last stream was literally February 1st. Let's take a look at the Volt chart here. And if you look here, February 1st, it's been all green
Yes.
since then. A little bit of a pullback here today,
Still
which we'll
green.
talk about.
Nope. Still green. It's still green. It's still
It
green.
it is still green. There
It's
was
still
just
green. Don't even worry about it. Jake, don't worry about it, Jake. No one cares about that. We don't care
exactly.
about that.
Yeah, you can't care about one person,
Exactly.
one sale. It's like you have to look at momentum, right? It's like
Yes.
if you have 99.9% buys and 0.1% sale, you have to look at like what the momentum is going
Correct.
and happening here. But it has been a Volta run since we had that thumbnail. I don't know. I think we need to keep on with these thumbnails here because it has been working. But as you said, Ozzy, crypto is an interesting space, right? It's like when the markets are going down, there's so much FUD, people aren't happy, but majority of people that invested in Volt Inu as of today are up or even on their bags. There's like a 3-day window. If you invested, I think it was like April 8th when we had the migration, we wicked up to 250. Those are the only people. It's probably very few and far in between, but most people are up on their Volt Inu bags, and you can kind of feel it in the community. Everybody's happy, everybody's supporting each other, and everybody's very, very excited for the rest of 2023.
Yeah, I agree to that, and I agree to a certain extent where most of those people who bought at the top were smart investors who actually DCA'd, averaged down on their investment.
Yeah.
And as we can see from every single run that we've had, majority of people who scaled at the top and then sold at the bottom kind of traded at a loss. I've seen that multiple times. But if you look at the support, if you look at how many holders we have and how we've been able to keep building, it shows very strong strength in the community, right? So, yeah, I mean, for the most part, I think everyone's up, on their investment. I mean,
Yeah.
only the ones who got out, who literally I've seen on the scans for multiple months, they've pretty much just traded at a loss, came in with 30, 40K, left at 10, 20K. I mean, we see it happen all the time, right? People just don't understand what trading truly means, right? And me personally, coming from my background as an investor in the stock markets, in traditional markets, and even coming into crypto, you have to understand what kind of trader you are going to be. Are you going to be someone who's going to invest and play the long game? The rich and the poor play the fast game, right? You could be rich 1 month, but really, having 30, 40K, yes, is rich. Having 50, 60K is being rich, but being wealthy, being is a whole different type of trade, right? And that's what we teach in the Volt Army, to think long term, right? Learn how to grow your wealth. It's very easy to make it, but very few traders learn how to grow your wealth. And that's what we've been teaching the Volt Army and the community since the start. And that's why we have diamond hands, because everyone in the Volt Army, they don't care about all that stuff. They care about where the future of Volt's going to be, where the future of crypto is going to be. When we're looking at the start of the bull run, it shouldn't even come to your mind or even my mind, talking to big investors, of looking to even take out at this point, right? We're with the early stage of crypto. For you to take out before Ethereum hits all-time high and makes a new all-time high, before Bitcoin hits 60K, you're killing yourself, right? So to even think about taking profits before the year 2024, 2025, to me, it's almost like as if you're giving up a lot on the table, and you're
Yeah.
leaving money on the table.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it just depends on what position you're in, right? Like I always tell people, if someone is in financial debt and they have to take out money to pay rent, it's like, do so. But if you're in a position, which hopefully most of us are in where you've only invested what you're willing to lose, for me, it's like, it doesn't, like right now, crypto in general, we're at a $1 trillion market cap. We were at a $3+ trillion market cap. It's like, we're near the bottom, if not at the bottom. And obviously, if you're bullish on crypto, you expect this thing to turn around. So I agree. It's like, if you're in a terrible financial situation, you need money, yeah, maybe you should probably pull it out. But if you're, investing what you're willing to lose, then yeah, it wouldn't really make sense to pull out stuff near the bottom, depending where we're at. Now, shout out to Voltoshi. Voltoshi's in the chat right now. He said, the Volted boys in the house. What's up, Voltoshi? Good to see you in here. Now, we've heard Pablo's story, or at least I've heard Pablo's story on how he got into Volt very, very early. I've heard Power's story on how he got into Volt. He came in the Telegram, said, where's the developers? Where's the Cerdic? On the stream yesterday, Ozzy, you were in the chat. You were kind of telling us your story. You said you were playing PS5. You heard about it like on hour 2. Would you mind just kind of explaining when you found out about Volt and kind of giving us your story here for how you found Volt Inu?
Yeah, man. I mean, first of all, shout out to yourself, man, because I mean, I was following you since Saitama days. You know what I mean? I followed
Right
you
on.
during the whole phase there, so I kind of learned a lot. And then I was always in that research phase, trying to find the next gem. Been through a lot of rug pulls, a lot of scams before Volt, and was always just searching for the next big thing, right? And yeah, I was at home playing PS5, and I took a break in the middle of the game, and I saw someone post this on Twitter, right? And it was the first Disney character type of meme token. So to me, it was like the first of its kind. I've never seen any Disney character from meme token created from that. So from that moment, I had to ape in right away.
Hell yeah.
and then obviously, you had to obviously come into the community, understand the community. But what really gave me my full conviction was 2 things. Number 1 was the community, meeting Pablo, Power, Votoshi, a couple other people in the community. I knew that these guys had a very strong vision of where they wanted to take this project to. They were not thinking small term, they were thinking long term, and they were experienced traders. Experienced traders who've been in the game for many, many years, have made hundreds of Ks in the market. So to me, that's huge, because I like to follow people who made money, smart money, right? When I see people who made money and I follow them and I stick with them, somehow I usually make money, because they're making money, you're making money together. If I stick with people who haven't made money, who haven't had that experience, I kind of go sideways. And then number 2 was the NASDAQ article, 3rd day of launch, Yahoo Finance, Benzinga, NASDAQ, everyone talked about Volt. So for me, again, coming from a guy who does a lot of research on companies before I invest any money in, and seeing that Wall Street is talking about a meme token that just launched and talking about how many holders we have, I mean, there has to be something to this. The developer must have deep pockets, must have deep connections in the space to even get listed on Shiba Swap within 24 hours or 48 hours. So to me, there was a lot of signs to me that just showed me that this is a very long-term project. And then here we are today, 100 exchange later, 60K holders, we've hit over 100 million market cap multiple times, minted over 10 to 20 millionaires, right? And those whales are still here. They're still holding because they believe in the long term, the longevity of this project, right? So yeah, that's what got me in here.
Absolutely. I love that. Optimum Hustle said, yet another Voltage stream. Smash that like, guys. 240 people on the stream, guys. Welcome to everybody in the house today. We're joined by King Ozzy and Power. And this is one of those tokens. It's like, I don't know what it was. Like to have a successful project, there has to be so many things that have to go right. You have to have a great developer who isn't going to do shady shit in the back end. Like, you have to have a trustworthy developer who has business experience, marketing experience, etc., who knows how to build a project, who's willing to work 18 hours a day. Volt has that. You have to have a strong community. I think a strong community is the number one utility. And literally, since I started covering this token about a year ago in February, this community has literally been like an army. Like Power, Pablo, Ozzy, and the guys, it's literally been an army. It's like every time that there's a tweet from somebody, they go raid somebody. Every time there's a YouTube video, they go raid it. You put out a Volt tweet, within 5 minutes, it has 100 retweets. Like, it's insane, the power of the community. And then obviously you mentioned something too, the whales. Like, having good whales is hard to find, but it's the most important thing, because if you look at the top 15 or 20 on Volt, like Volt, those people could crash a project, right? The top 20 on any project could crash a project, but if you look at the wallets, they're not selling. They're holding for the long term. Power, I want to take it to you. You've been in this project very, very early. Did you ever think, and you can be honest here, did you ever think in your wildest estimations when you got in below, I think it was $1 million market cap, that Volt would be sitting here at $115 million market cap during a bear market, never seen a day of green, and have an all-time high of a $250 million market cap? Or did it kind of blow your expectations out of the water?
When the project first got brought to my attention, the answer is no, right? I was actually, there to make my 20 plus K that I lost during the rug pull. So that my mind was more, more focused on that. But as soon as I got that confirmation from Pablo CRO and Vitoshi DM me behind the scenes, and we started talking about creating something special, and actually creating the next SHIB, probably SHIB 2.0, et cetera, and that's what got my confirmation. So I was sort of sold after that, but coming in, no, hell no, I wasn't.
Yeah, I think it's impossible to predict it, because how many tokens launch? I mean, right now that like don't even make it. Like, we did it yesterday. We went through the live new pairs. Most tokens don't make it.
99.5% of them don't even make it off the floor.
Yeah, most don't make it a couple hours, right? Like most don't make it a couple hours. Yes. Some will make it a week. A few will make it a month. But to be a year in during a bear market and have this momentum and have this this type of community and this type of attention, right? We're seeing so many people, big people in the crypto space, talking about Volt, tweeting about Volt. I saw Zach Humphreys the other day, yesterday, put out a tweet saying, "Is Volt the next SHIB or Doge?" Like that type of community, and it feels like it's forming. Would you agree, Ozzy?
I agree, man. And like you said, like you see all these tokens and communities now, right? Projects that get launched, they're up and running for about a day or 2 days. You see a lot of people in there. You see a lot of hype in there. And then within 24 to 48 hours, ghost town, complete dead, everyone gone, right?
Yeah.
So now here what happened with Volt, a lot of people left. Half of the people left, but half of the people stayed. And the half that stayed, that's the important. Yeah. Half of the people left, but the reality is the half of the people stayed. Yep. And half of the people that stayed kept on building. And it is what it is today. I mean, our voice chat, always open 24/7.
Crazy.
I mean, yesterday we had 400 people in the VC. Yep. In the morning, I wake up 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, we have over 100 people in the VC from all over the world, from international. So it truly it tells me that all it takes is just a couple of people to have that conviction, and sky's the limit. Not even, like, you can just keep going up and up and up, right? And that's where we are today.
Absolutely.
That's correct.
Yeah. Absolutely. And quick update, guys, and welcome everybody. 275 people in the stream. Make sure to hit that like button. Let's share this with as many people on YouTube as possible. Quick update here on Volt Inu. The rank, gentlemen, the rank for CoinMarketCap. First off, They usually don't update any of these meme tokens or altcoins. Like they're usually very, very slow on it. But the rank here, you can also see too, it's way off. It's 88 million. We're at 115 million. So we're probably way higher than 288. But to see Volt in the top 288, the top 300 tokens out of over 20,000. This is a exquisite caliber. We're in top elite company to be a top 300 token launching 14 months ago out of 20,000 tokens, and we haven't even started really the stage 5 roadmap. We haven't even done the largest burn in DeFi history, right? We haven't even bridged over to Polygon to get thousands, tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of new investors. It's like, Power, let me ask you this. And guys, whenever we give these predictions, this is our personal opinions. We're not trying to influence you in any way. This is Power's personal thoughts. Power, where do you think we could see Volt, this rank, by the end of the year, if Volt starts to hack away at that stage 5 roadmap, if the market starts to turn around? Where do you think this number could be by the end of the year?
All right. Well, my opinion.
Your opinion.
My opinion, of course, guys. This is my opinion, so please don't take it too serious. I believe that Volt will be ranked probably around 102, probably by the end of February.
Give me top 100, Power. Come on, 102. Why not 99?
Well, look, because if we're in the billions, if we're able to hit that $1 billion market cap, we're probably going to be ranked 100, right? Aussie, or
check it out.
100.
Yeah, because right now the top 100 is a little
500 million,
a little over 300 to 500 million market cap, right?
420. Yeah, we got 420.
All right, so we so we should be ranking the top 100 then.
It's less than a 4x from here. Yeah, less than a 4x from here. That would be huge. You know how big that would be? Like, imagine that. Imagine that announcement, right? Just the news on Twitter. Because Volt, I don't know if does this happen for you guys too and everybody in the chat? Like, my Twitter is literally just a Volt feed. It's like, there's no other token. There's just Volt, Electricity Volt, David Gokhshtein, Volt, Rodney Volt, Power Volt, Pablo Volt. Like, it's just Volt. But imagine Twitter if you get a 99 next to Volt Inu. Like, imagine how big that would be. Huge.
I agree.
I
agree. I think we're going to be in the top 100 regardless, anytime very soon. And overall, being very conservative, I would say this year we will be in the top 100. Now, one thing you have to notice is that the top 100 in a bull run is over $1 billion in market cap, right? So that's where I see Volt.
Yeah, multiple billions. I remember, Saitama reached top 65 last year in 2021, and it was a $7 billion market cap. So this would be a multiple billion dollar project. Let's move on now a little bit more. I want to chat about a few things here, but I just thought I wanted to bring that up. Top 288, but obviously probably higher. I mean, if we go through, it would probably be a top 250 if we do the actual math here. But the biggest announcement, I think, in Volt history came out this past week. First off, we now have a DAO, which I love because now all the pressure is not on Voltoshi and the dev team, right? They're still going to come up with the announcements and they're still going to come out with the utility, but they're giving the power to the people. It is the people's crypto, so it makes sense that they're giving the power to the people. But the first ever DAO proposal is now live. If the proposal is approved, and I believe it's in 3 or 4 days now, the bridge liquidity will be reduced by burning 44.85 trillion worth of Volt, which at the time of this tweet was worth 56 million. I think it's worth close to 70 million as of right now, maybe more. And 25% of the Uniswap liquidity will be allocated to a Volt listing on Polygon. Let's go through this a little bit in detail because I know there's some people that had some questions regarding the burn with the bridge liquidity. Like, is it a straight up burn for the project and also the Polygon listing? But you can see for everybody that is interested in this, 99.97% of people said yes. So it looks like it's going to pass unless something unforeseen happens, which I think is impossible. And this ends on February 12th. So gentlemen, do one of you want to take this and kind of explain, if you have the information of what the difference is between the bridge liquidity and just burning tokens outright?
You want to take that, Ozzy?
To be honest, it's very self-explanatory. I mean, everything that's in the article. I mean, if you wanted to read the article, I just go by what's written there. Going by what Votoshi has said there, I fully agree that this is going to be very beneficial for the project moving forward. And that's all I got to say about it.
We're going to receive more information on Monday Satoshi's going to let us know the dates when he's going to burn uh, these tokens for the bridge. He's probably going to burn them within increments as well. So we're just waiting to receive some more information. First of the most important thing is for this to get approved. And once it get approved, we can move on to the next step.
Absolutely. And it looks like, so there is a bridge. So we have Volt is on the ETH side, Volt is on the BSC side, and then there's a bridge where you allocate a certain number of tokens, and it looks like it's that 44 point whatever tokens that we chatted about. And essentially, they're going to remove this. Now, this bridge is a key condition for arbitrage, so to balance out the token prices and the market cap. But they're going to remove these tokens, which are in circulation, right? It's on the bridge,
correct?
And burn these forever, sending it to the burn wallet. So it looks like that will happen. 44.85 trillion. So they're going to reduce the bridge liquidity and burn those tokens. 44.85 trillion, which is about 56 million at the time of proposal, guys. 372 people in the chat, 100 people, 100 likes so far. Make sure to smash that like button. Now, Power, I know you're most bullish on this, right? You're a big Polygon guy from what I remember. A bridge to Polygon, and I'll just give my thoughts, and I want to ask your guys' thoughts as well. But look, the future of crypto, and we got our Volt hat here. We got to get King Ozzy and Power one of these. Me and Optimum Hustle are working on getting this set up. But the future of crypto is cross-chain. There's no doubt about that, right? We saw it a little bit this year. We saw Solana NFTs start to pop off. We saw Solana meme coins pop off. Obviously, the Binance Smart Chain has great crypto projects on there, like SafeMoon was first on that side. And Volt is on the ETH and Binance side. But to be honest, that's better than most tokens in crypto right now. But it's not as good as you could be, because guess what? There's a Solana blockchain. There's a Polygon blockchain. Cardano is going to release their blockchain. There's a Polkadot blockchain, right? When you think of it as a token, it's like you're missing out on these other projects if you don't have your token on there, right? What if people only use Polygon? What if people only use Solana? They can't buy Volt. Now, obviously, most people use Ethereum. It's the top dog. But I really do believe in 2024, 2025, cross-chain is the way. So what does it mean for you, Power, knowing that Volt Inu will be listed on Polygon if this proposal gets approved?
Well, me, in my personal opinion, I've been invested into Polygon since 2019. So this right here would be this right here will be beneficial for my selfish reasons, because I will, I would be able to swap Volt, swap my Polygon for some more Volt, and plus it'll be cheaper too as well. Because I am planning on swapping a lot of my Polygon for Volt as well in the near future. Matter of fact, as soon as this bridge happens, I'm going to swap about 15% of my Polygon for Volt.
Let's go.
So I'm excited about that.
Nice.
Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's that's how it is for me. Like with my Ethereum, I got Ethereum early, right? A lot of my Ethereum is below $300, so it's like it's easy for me to swap Ethereum for a token because my price of Ethereum is much more. So if I put in $1,000, it's worth $4,000. It's easy for me to swap as well. But it looks like this will pass. I mean, it looks like it's going to pass with flying colors. You still have time to vote if you guys have not voted yet and you want to be part of the DAO. This ends February 12th. At 1:50 p.m. Ozzy, what are your thoughts on Voltoshi creating the DAO? Is that something new? Is that something that you expected? Are you happy about it? Do you wish it would have been a little bit different?
I'm excited about it, right? First of all, with regards to that Polygon, right, I think it's going to bring mass adoption, because you have a lot of people who are sitting on very big positions on Polygon or like Ethereum, like yourself, or on BNB. So again, it gives us more exposure. We're going to get a lot more holders from that. Regarding the DAO, yeah, man, I'm excited because, Volt's always been a community token since the get-go. Like a lot of stuff that has been implemented in Volt came from the community, even when it came to the logo, for example, when it came to a lot of stuff, right? You had a lot of community input in a lot of different stuff, and Votoshi is always one to hear, right? Anytime you have any ideas, whether it be marketing or anything like that, he's always open to it, and he's always willing to just like go do that. If the community wants it, hey, I'm up for it, right? So now getting the whole community involved and engaged, it just shows that you're not just an investor who just bought and you're sitting and you're going to get a book that says here's a shareholder meeting, here's whatever is going to happen. You have no say in the community, but now you do have a say. You have the voice chat is open 24/7. You can actually go voice your opinion, go talk to Botoshi. And now to actually use your tokens that you own as your investment to go vote for a community vote like what's happening right now, I think it's huge. Gets everyone involved, and the community is loving it. Like, you can see how many we got. What, over 7,000 members joined the Telegram, and I'm talking about like people who were invested in Volt. Like, I know a lot of people who have invested in Volt but have not joined the Telegram. They either bought it through an exchanges, they bought it through watching one of the influencers' videos, but they haven't really got that community feeling. Now, them joining the VC, joining this DAO vote, is giving them the true meaning of what a community like token does.
Yeah,
I agree.
100%.
I agree. 100%. And to piggyback on what Ozzy said, the vote DAO was the plan from the get-go, right? This was the plan from the get-go. I really think a crypto project, actually, I think all crypto projects should be a DAO. My opinion. This is my opinion, right? Because I think the power of decisions should be made by the community, because they are the investors, right? Especially when you're talking about making vast decisions dealing with the liquidity, right? The community should be involved with those decisions. So to me, the DAO is the decentralized autonomous organization should be implemented in every crypto project.
And
right?
that's how crypto should be, right?
Yes.
Because Satoshi always wants the community involved to make these type of decisions when
Correct.
it comes to big decisions like this. Like,
Yes.
I remember when you remember when Satoshi first announced that we are becoming a DAO. A lot of us were a little sentimental about it because we were so used to having Satoshi, be the captain always, and he always is going to be the leader, right? But
Yeah.
he always said it that this is the people's crypto. This is not Satoshi's project. This is not Power,
Exactly.
Pablo, or myself. It's everyone's project, right? And we're all gonna take it to the multi-billion-dollar market caps together as a community. So that itself, it just brings back that whole community vibe again. And look at the charts; it's reflecting it, right? We've been we haven't even done the burn yet. We haven't even launched stage 5 yet. But just the community aspect of it, look what it's done so far.
Them being
Insane.
involved, is a very important it's very important for Jake Gagan to be involved. I mean, like it's very important for you to have a voice, Jake.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it is your investment. You should have a voice. What it does going forward.
I love it. And like this one was kind of a no-brainer, right? This one is like, we're going to do the biggest burn in the history, and we're going to migrate to a new bridge. That's a no-brainer. But the DAO is going to be important because there might be a time in the future where there's a proposal where it's like, should we migrate to the Cardano or the Solana bridge? We're only going to do one.
Exactly.
Or should we get listed on Binance or Coinbase? We're only going to do one. So not all votes are going to be this drastic, right? 99%. Like there will be some close ones because some people are going to be like, oh, I'm more bullish on Coinbase than Binance, etc. But the last thing on the DAO is like, it's kind of crazy to think that some tokens, the developers have all of the power, right? I mean, for Volt, you like it. Like, look what he built so far, right? Look what Voltoshi built. 108 exchanges, Volti-Change, incredible community, marketing, billboards, buses, NFTs. Like, he did a great job. So for him, it was fine giving him all the power, but now it's nice to know that it's like, hey, and I'm sure he probably feels some sort of relief because he probably made some decisions where some people were like, why'd you get listed on that exchange and not this exchange? So now it's kind of like, hey, I'm going to bring you the roadmap, right? I'm going to bring it to you and the community decides. So I like it. I personally think that every token should have a DAO because it gives the investors the decision and the opportunity to make the choices, which I think is the most important thing you can do.
I agree.
Yep. And now we have a new poll. Obviously, you know that this poll is going to get voted. Binance feed poll about which project will run the most in 2023. Vote for Volt below. I'm going to retweet it, guys, on my main page if you want to go vote and you haven't yet. I haven't even checked it out yet. But, oh, wow. Volt is literally on the poll. That's insane. Which project will run the most in 2023? If I had to guess, though, And this isn't just because this is a Volt stream. This isn't just because I enjoy Volt, but it's because these have already, I mean, Shiba did a $50 billion market cap. Doge did a 60 something billion dollar market cap. Like Volt hit a $250 million market cap. So if I had to guess, can we vote here live? Up, they want my password. Come on now.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. You have to log into Binance to be able to do that. But you know something, Jake. Yeah, the poll is great, but one of the most important things about that poll is that we made it to Binance feed. Not only that,
yes, crazy.
We just didn't make it to Binance feed. It's the projects that they're comparing to Volt.
Crazy.
That's important because now we're not being compared to projects that are sitting in the top 3,000 rank on CMC. No, we're being compared to the likes of Flunky, Shiba, Doge. So right now, these exchanges, Binance included, they are basically preparing the meme crypto sector, right, to invite Volt as the next top meme, right? This is what you call adoption, right?
And just to add to that, Power, they're actually doing pre-marketing, right? So like I think of every exchange to be its own whale, right? And to have the own group of investors, right? Mexi Global, Binance, Crypto.com, they have their own set of investors who they talk to. Like not anyone can just go on Binance and start a poll or start a feed. Like they have trusted investors on there. They have trusted groups that when they post something, let's say if you're part of a whale group and then someone posts something, like they're trusted people who actually look into that because that person's known for posting good DD. Now think of it that same way. Binance on that poll, that Binance feed, you have a trusted investor who's well known in that Binance feed news, and he's posting them a vote and getting a vote poll on there, right? So they're just attracting their investors to get them ready before Volt gets listed.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think pretty much everyone in crypto Twitter has heard about Volt. I mean, especially these past couple of days in February, especially since this news came out about a $56 million burn, since this news came out about a migration, since Voltoshi was on Twitter. I mean, dude, when I woke up in February 1st and the first tweet I saw popped up in my timeline was, hey, David Gokhshtein, if we hit an all-time high, $250 million market cap, or if we don't hit a $250 million market cap, we're going to airdrop you $30,000 worth of Volt. And if we do hit it, you have to change your Sappy seal to a Volted Dragon Sailors Club. I was like, oh, something's brewing. I said, something's brewing. And then we had the announcement. And look, because of all the attention, because of all the noise, I don't know what meme token David Gokhshtein took a position in, but you can see right here, this morning, 3:08 a.m., he said, I already went into my first meme token position. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Volt. But what a bet. I mean, what a bet. How great would it be to be David Gokhshtein, where you're just online, you're on Twitter, and a token that arguably could be the next SHIB message you and say, hey, if we don't hit an all-time high in February, we're going to send you 30K. Like, how great is that?
Yeah, man. Like, I've never seen Voltoshi Jake this confident, right? Because Voltoshi never gives dates out. He's always like, when it happens, it'll happen. Like everything, he's like, I'm not worried, in due time. But like him to come out in the month of February this hot and to make a deal like that, 30K,
crazy.
And he
knows it's gonna happen.
And he has no plan on paying out that 30K because he knows
exactly.
That's the beauty of it.
So I mean, David, if you're listening, David, name one developer that can put a tweet out that can galvanize a half a million crypto enthusiasts and investors. Look,
I know the views it's insane, bro.
Scroll up.
541,000 views. That's insane.
David, do you see that, David?
David,
this is the recipe.
Insane, bro.
Of a project going to the billions, not in the bull market, but in the reversal. This is the recipe. So I like
what
that.
Is this? Silver Fox Live.
So David, if you're listening, David, buddy, if you want the next SHIB, because you said you want the next SHIB, this is it. 541K views.
That's insane.
On that one post. There's no other developer, right? And I'm talking about a developer coming in like a new fresh face like Voltoshi that's able to galvanize that much activity.
Bro,
Talk about it, Jake.
Let's look at SHIB. I mean, I don't even know. Let's look at let's just compare the SHIB token. So SHIB token, who has millions of holders, is getting around 715,000, 450,000 on a post. Let's see a post. I mean, this post right here, this is a poll which people vote on. 404,000. Like it reached more, and look how many followers they have. 3.6 million followers. So that just shows you how many people saw. I can't even believe that. 541,000.
Yes.
All right. And Power Ozzy, it's just us on here. There's not 350 people on here. If we actually do hit a $250 million market cap, do I have to dye my hair Volt green?
Yeah.
Let's go, baby. Honestly, I want to.
I'm just curious to see it.
I'm gonna do it. I have a good I got a good barber in here, but I was literally just by myself talking shit like this. Like, you know what? You know, he's gonna give David 330,000, whatever. If Volt hits 250 million, I'll dye my hair Volt green. And all of a sudden, Voltoshi's in the chat. Deals, sir. I was like, oh my God.
He's in the chat right now.
He's in the chat right now. Yeah, he was very, very confident. But David took his first meme coin position, and then like what else are the odds too? It's like I pay attention to small details. He posted a photo of this, and it's so
it is. It's Volt. It's Volt.
What color are these though? You know, it's like
Volt. I think he's playing with us, man. I think he's playing with us.
He probably.
I think you know what I think he's gonna do, Jake. I think he's bought Volt. He's going to Volt, and he's going to use his Volt one day to buy a Lambo.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, like think about it though. It's like these. What do you even call these? The brakes. They could have been any color. You know, any color. He's talking about a Volt Lambo. Now he finds a Lambo with a Volt green. It's like he's kind of doing subliminal messages. Like I think that he purchased. Like I already went to my first meme token position. The next tweet is a Volted green Lamborghini with the rims. So that's kind of how I see it. But you know, it's up to him. It's up to him. I mean, Voltoshi made the deal. I like how Voltoshi's not like, you know, changing his deal. It's like, dude, I offer you 30K. Literally 30K. The worst that you have to do is, and it's not even worse. The only thing you have to do is change your profile picture. Like that's an easy 30K, boys.
I wonder if he bought on the BNB or the Ethereum side.
He probably already got. David's so tapped in. He probably already got on the Polygon side. He probably arbitraged in before the bridge even happened. That's how tapped in David is. That's why he's got a Lambo right now, boys. He's like already got the Polygon. He got in early. Now,
he's got his eyes on the prize. He knows what
he does.
He knows what he's doing. He knows how to market. He knows what he's doing. He knows what a good project is when he sees one. Now, I always like look, making money is great. Utility is great. Expanding your utility and migrating to Polygon and burning tokens is incredible. But I think what's most important is when tokens give back. This is very important to me, especially as an investor and as a human, because look, me, Ozzy, and Power, we all come from different walks of life. Every single person that's in this chat right now all comes from different walks of life. Good, bad, Jewish, black, white. We're all different, right? And but the reason I say that is because we're also all one, right? And there was just a devastating earthquake that happened in Turkey. As of yesterday, there was 5,000 people, men, women, children, fathers, daughters, husbands that died. And Voltoshi and the Volt team donated $2,500 to organize disaster relief. So obviously, like I said, it's great to make money. Everybody wants to make money, but it's nice to be in a project that also gives back and is giving back in times of needs, you know, especially to people in Turkey that a lot of life was lost in Turkey too.
I agree 100%. But Voltoshi has always been a very charitable individual. You know, he's always giving back to the community and outside community members. So yeah, that's Voltoshi.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember when remember Jazz Royce, the guy, great YouTuber. He got his tokens hacked. It was like a couple $1,000, and Voltoshi and some of you guys, I think some of you guys also
we actually gave him money. More.
Gave him more. Yeah, that was dope. That was dope. There's been a lot of good memories here in the Volt community. We have a nice donation that just came in from our guy Rowdy Rothor. Thank you so much for the $20 super sticker. We appreciate you, Rowdy. Now we're gonna go to Optimum Hustle's tweet. Optimum Hustle. We are getting these hats for the community. Probably should have the store live by this week or next week, so everybody can get these hats here. We're working on that. Thank you for setting up. But he put a tweet out. Now, fun fact: this tweet. All of these statistics come after we did the big spoon, the Power Big Spoon thumbnail. So I don't know if that was bullish or not, but here it is. Optimum Hustle said nearly 170% price increase in the past 8 days. 44 million. And honestly, it was at a $46 million market cap. Now it's at 115. So that is about 80 million dollar price increase in market cap in the past 8 days. $15.5 million trading volume, up 54% in 24 hours, and currently ranked number 289 on coin market cap at the time of this tweet. Guys, this is important to note because stage 5 roadmap, very little has been rolled out. Right? The burn was not on stage 5 roadmap. The migration to Polygon was not on stage 5 roadmap. Like, we haven't even touched stage 5 roadmap. We did announce VoltiFlex, the global staking platform, which is going to be huge. But I mean, let's talk about that. Just the fact that we're seeing these incredible numbers during a bear market, guys. This is a bear market. It's not like things are bullish right now. You know, we had a good pump after Jerome Powell increased interest rates by 25 basis points, but that doesn't equate to these numbers, right? This is strictly done by the announcements from Voltoshi and the marketing that was done from Voltoshi as well.
Yeah. I think it actually starts off with how we started the month off with Volti Change. We did start with one of the things on stage 5, which is the widgets. You know, as you can see, we're over 80 projects right now, right? So we can't forget about that. We're still close to getting 100 widgets, and that kind of started everyone's kind of exposure and eyes on Volt. Like, I was in a lot of different groups, DJ groups as well, and a lot of them were asking, like, hey man, like, where was this Volt? Like, where was this all this time? Like, and even people who were not invested in Volt, they had nothing but good things to say about Volt, saying Volt is a behemoth, Volt is going to take off. They were eager to get VoltiChain listed on their projects, right, that they're invested in. So the belief that they had and that conviction that they have now, and how many eyes is putting on Volt, kind of what started it. And then now with Voltoshi, perfect timing. Like, timing is everything. Getting that community vote out at the same time. As soon as you talk to any old school crypto investor and you mention the word DAO, game over.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's huge. Game over. Because now they brought back the true meaning of crypto. Now they know that it's not about the developer making money, pumping and dumping, run away. Now this is the true meaning of what crypto really is. You know, we went through all these black swan events throughout the year. What brought back crypto? It was the communities, the belief that people had. It wasn't the media, right? It was the buyers. It was the whales. You know, it was people spreading positive stuff about crypto, where crypto is going to go, and the community is what got us back up there, right? So that's what started it, brother.
I agree.
Yep. And here's stage 5. It's like most tokens don't get to stage 4, right? Most tokens will never reach 50,000 holders. Most tokens will never actually roll out a utility
most
like
don't get to stage 2.
Exactly.
Most don't get to stage 2.
Like, this is your meme coin starter pack, stage 1 and stage 2. Like, I hope you can get there, right? Like, that's getting on CoinMarketCap. That's launching a website. We hope you can get there. Most don't get to stage 3, right? 10,000 holders. That's tough. This is their first utility, play to earn game, marketing that we've talked about all over, centralized exchange listings. But 50,000 holders, most people don't get there. VoltiChange, sold out NFT collection. Most people don't get there. But stage 5 roadmap, when they released this, when Voltoshi released this, I think it really took the crypto world by surprise, because this is utility, in my personal opinion only. This is utility that will get Volt into the top 100, right? I mean, the fact that you can get on 3 top centralized exchanges, if timed correctly, that could be one of the biggest utilities. VoltiSoft and Volt Eco, guys, we still don't have any information about that. Like,
we haven't even talked about VoltiFlex yet.
Nope.
You know?
Exactly. It's like we rolled out VoltiFlex, which is a global staking platform, which, I mean, for me, it's like, why would anybody use Uniswap, right? I understand you're used to it. You use it. It's a good platform. It's easy, but it's like, one, you can have buybacks and burns on your favorite tokens by using VoltiChange. And 2, you're going to be able to stake your tokens on VoltiChange as well.
Yeah, you'd be surprised though. I actually recently discovered, Jake, and I was telling Power too, a lot of investors use like 4 or 5 different swaps, you know, because sometimes the Uniswap is bugging. They got to go somewhere else. Right? So they have all these different swaps, but they hate them. They complain about every single one of them, right? But for them now to use a swap like VoltiChange, your one-stop shop, trade history, all that stuff, and we'll keep adding more and more to it. So yeah, I think it's great.
Yep. Debit cards are coming, right? Branded physical cards. I thought this was like something for the NFTs, but Pablo explained that this is like, oh no, this is like a crypto.com card or a Coinbase card. That is coming. Let me ask you, Ozzy. I think we asked Power last time. I'd love to hear it again as well. But Ozzy, what are you most excited for on this roadmap? It could be 1, 2, 3 things, whatever you feel. But what do you think is like the main catalyst in your opinion on this roadmap, stage 5 roadmap?
To me, it's the very bottom, sir. It's the 250K holders. You
Yes.
know, because to me that's mass adoption, right? We already see the effects of what a 60K army holder can do, right?
True.
And that's just in DeFi, right? When you got 250K holders, I mean, that's when the price action is going to start, the real price action, because that's when the masses join, and you get that many holders. I mean, you just average out the buys. Even if you average out, let's say, $500 to $1,000 per person, look how much that volume that would bring in. So to me, I'm more excited about the 250K holders, and I believe we're going to get there with everything that's going on.
Absolutely. What is up to Bree? What is up to Ronald Landon the second, guys? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I agree. That's a huge one. And 250,000 Twitter followers. I just looked earlier right now.
We're on the way there, buddy.
Like Volt had 145.6 thousand Twitter followers.
Right.
That's like we're over halfway there. We're over halfway. We're close to 300,000, halfway to 300,000, which is insane. So 250,000 holders is King Ozzy's main utility. I agree, because it's like, you're right. Like, yes, that means 250,000 people have purchased the token, but that also means 250,000 people are there to raid tweets, to join live streams, to support influencers. Imagine if you have 250,000 people and just those people tell 2 or 3 of their family members or whatever to buy a project, right? It's like now that goes to, so it's all about the size of the army. Power, what about you? What is your main?
Yeah. I understand why Ozzy said 250 holders, for 250K holders. Yes, that's important. But what's most important is what's going to get us there. See? You see what I'm saying? See what I'm going at?
How's it going to get us there?
I know what you said. I know what you were about to say.
So look, what's going to get us there is what Vitoshi has done previously with the DAO, of course. And
whoa. The main man, Voltoshi, said, Power, stop there. Oh.
Okay, I'll stop there. I'll stop.
That's bullish.
I will stop, Vitoshi.
My head is spinning. My head is spinning. Scottish Crypto said, I wouldn't own Volt if it wasn't for my man Jake. I owe you big time. No, bro, you support me. I think Scottish, I think I just sent him some one day, like back, like at a $10 million market cap or something. So shout out to Scottish. And I'm pretty sure Scottish, were you on the stream this week? He said, I forwent my rent. I decided to put off my rent to buy more Volt. I was like, I don't know if I recommend that, but hopefully that works out for you. Shout out to Scottish Crypto. We appreciate you.
Careful, Scottish Crypto.
I was like, bro, that's kind of crazy, but hey, man, hopefully it works out. It looks like it will work out. Voltoshi says, Power, stop there.
Stop. I wasn't going to say anything, Voltoshi.
I saw it come up. I was like, I got to tell you to stop.
What I was going to say before Voltoshi rudely interrupted me, I was going to say the DAO, first off, because the DAO is getting the community energized and is actually sending a message out to the whole entire community space that, hey, Volt is a true decentralized autonomous organization. The second thing is going to be the tier ones.
Yeah,
those 3 top tier ones, right? That's exactly what's going to bring in more holders because of the major exposure. And then now that 250K holders, now that's important. And now that's going to take us where we need to be at.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so much utility here. Like literally, even if like 60% of this was accomplished, I think it has the chance to get to a top 100 token. But obviously the staking is big. I'm just really curious to understand what Voltisoft and Volti Eco is, right? Like those are going to be important to know. Volti Shop as well. 3 top 10 centralized exchanges are big. I wonder, is he going to add the $56 million burn?
Well, you know what's so crazy? You know what's so crazy, Jake? When you actually think about it, all this stuff, stage 5, can be done within the next month or so.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Almost everything there. Like the $1 million burn, right? The bridge on Voltage, the first VDS, like everything there, I think can be done within the next month or 2, and move on to stage 6.
Whoo! Oh my goodness. Can you imagine when stage 6 comes out, guys? We have 381 people in here, 171 likes. Let's get to 200 likes. Let's get to 200 likes. As Ronald Landon said, go hit the like button, y'all. I mean, how many stages are we going to have, man? Even if like stage 5 was developed, that's enough to be a top token. It's like, is there going to be a stage 6, a stage 7? That's insane.
But we still got tier 1s, you know, because all he has is 3 top 10 tier 1s. So we still got tier 1s, and that can definitely be on stage 6. So yeah, I mean, we still have things to do on stage 6. With all of those utilities, right, on stage 6, they can also be an add-on to what we already have as well. So, you know, there can be improvements.
Absolutely. And Sam Chase said, I found Volt through Jake last year in February. That's when I found the token as well. I invested 4K at the time, and now a year later, I'm sitting here at 20K. I'm in it for the long term, and thanks a lot, Jake. I owe you big time. You don't owe me anything, guys. I just try to bring on good projects that I find. I've been right a lot. I've been wrong a lot. But I just try to only talk about like good projects that I actually believe in. And yeah, I mean, anybody that's been following this channel is definitely up. You know, I think we found it at a $14 million market cap. So most people are around a 10X if you got in there. But like I said, I don't ever try to tell anybody to buy or sell. I just try to only talk about good projects that I actually believe in. Power, I'm shocked. I am shocked that this post has been seen by 541,000 people.
I know.
That's insane.
And I'm going to say this, right, Jake? This is really the rise of Satoshi. This is the coming out party for Satoshi. Satoshi is basically showing the world that he's here and he ain't going nowhere. That's what he's doing.
Insane.
And another thing, this, and like one more important indicator is that 541K, right, have yet to invest in Volt.
True. Eyeballs.
That's eyeballs. That's eyeballs. That means that they're waiting. They're waiting to see what's next.
Yep, it's just eyeballs. People that are seeing it, and but it's like, why? Like, what are you waiting for? But this is a bullish ass tweet, man. Like. Yeah. The bridge liquidity will be reduced by burning $44.85 trillion worth of Volt. This has to be one of the biggest burns in DeFi history. Like I've never heard of a token. I hear of tokens off the start, right? There's tokens that when they launch, they say, hey, we launched 1 trillion tokens. We burned 50%. It's like, bro, that was worth nothing. But like down the road, it could be worth a lot. But I've never seen a token in my 2+ years covering this space on YouTube and on Twitter. I've never seen a token announce a burn over 50 million. I've never seen a token announce a burn over $1 million this far into their project. Like I'm going to do some digging on this today to get the actual facts, but I think this is the biggest burn in DeFi history, if I had to say so right now.
You want to take that, Ozzy? Go ahead, buddy.
I agree. And there's a reason why not just the Volt army or people in crypto communities are seeing this. Look at all the exchanges. I mean, you have all these exchanges right now talking about Volt, every single one of them, because they know that this never been done. This is history, right? This is a major event for Volt. So now when I see all the exchange and smart money talking about it, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to go parabolic.
Exactly. And you mentioned this too, and this is a big utility as well. I think it's definitely overlooked because it's not as exciting as $1 million burn, but 81 projects are adding the Volt Exchange widget to their website. Like I said, I've been covering this space for two plus years. Bro, no token gets this support from other tokens. This is a dog eat dog community industry, if you will, right? Like we saw it last year with Saitama and Shib and Saitama and Shibnobi. It's like, it was like, yo, either you're investing in our project or you're done, right? Like there was so much controversy, so much war, and it's insane. It's insane to see.
It was a wild, wild west, man.
You went a lot of conflict.
If someone saw you in another Telegram group, oh my God, it's like you. You know what I mean? They're after you. Right?
It was scary, bro. Like, dude, people. I mean, I know Rodney was like receiving death threats for making videos. It's like it was insane, right? Like back then. But the thing that I'm most excited about is the fact that there's this many projects that are supporting Volt Inu. But Volt Inu has been supporting other projects from the very beginning. I remember, back in February March of last year, watching Volt, like there was projects that would approach me and I'd be like, oh, I'm good. I don't want to make a video. And like Volt would partner with them. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like they're open to everybody. They're like, hey, we're in the DeFi space. You're in the DeFi space. Like, how can we work together? Right. So 81 projects are adding Volt Exchange widget to the website. We can't overlook how big this is for Volt because we see the number 81, but how many people individually are going to visit those individual 81 websites, right? And then how many people are going to have the ability to purchase that token on Volt Exchange on those 81 websites? Like this number, as it grows, it's like the butterfly effect, right? It's like yes, it's 81 websites, but that reaches this many people. That allows this many people to purchase tokens on Volt Exchange. So I predict that this number, definitely by the end of February, we'll be at over 100. No doubt about that. But I think it's going to be a snowball effect. I think we're going to be at over 1,000 by the end of the year. I think we're going to see this all over DeFi websites. And it's like, it's almost a no-brainer. It's like, if I was a token developer, it's a no-brainer. Why would you not add the Volt Exchange widget to your website?
541K views on a tweet. You better.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And even developers, like, if their project doesn't work, like, they're gonna launch it again if they do, right? Or they're gonna do another project, or they're gonna talk to other developers. Like, it's a small space, right? Like, everyone talks, right? Everyone talks about how they can, do better in the space as well. So they're gonna get their communities involved. Like, yeah, man, I would see well over 500 to 1,000 projects this year adding Volt Exchange.
Exactly. It's all about mass adoption, and it's all about reaching as many people as possible. But like you said, it's like 541,000 people have the ability to view it. And I'm sure too, it's like for Soul Moon BSC, I would imagine that somebody from the Volt Army probably bought this token, right? They're like, oh, no, they follow me. Earn Solana by holding Soul Moon tokens. I'll probably pass, but I don't know.
Maybe
it looks
YL bought it because he's a Solana fan.
But like this post right here got 12. Bro, this is insane. Ready? Like let's just do a quick little rundown for tokens out there that might be watching, right? This post right here in 7 hours had 12.3 thousand views. Just go to Soul Moon and just see how many views. They have 200 followers. It's like, it's an easy way. Like their most viewed post, their pinned post from February 5th has 2,000. So they're 10xing. It's like, it's a no-brainer to get, and it's free. And you get to support another token. So that's why I've been loving the utility. At first, I kind of overlooked it. I was like, Volt Exchange widget, what is it? But then when I started to dive in and understand, like, oh, wow, this is like how you get mass adoption of Volt Exchange, I started to really talk about it and be more bullish on it. But it really is a no-brainer for tokens to do so.
I agree, man. I mean, like I'm going to say it again, 541K views on a tweet, man. That's massive, man. That. I mean, that's extremely massive. I mean, like, you only have a few developers that can actually do that, Jake. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it is wild. Let me ask you too.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on this, and I think Ozzy accidentally. There he is. Ozzy's back. Let's put Volted Jake in the middle. Volted Blonde is what we're going to be going here pretty soon. Yeah. Let me get your guys' thoughts on this before we wrap it up.
Okay, sure.
Voltoshi is undoxed. Now, a lot of people in DeFi, and not necessarily the Volt Army because they've seen the work that's been taking place. A lot of people in DeFi want doxed developers. What's been your experience over the past year having an undoxed developer? Obviously, we've seen 108 plus exchanges, VoltiChange, VoltiFlex, like so much utility, right? That I truly believe this guy is trustworthy. But what are your thoughts on that? If an investor came to you, Power, and said, but Voltoshi's not doxed, I'm not investing, what would you say to them?
Well, first of all, I would say that a lot of people don't want doxed developers because and I'm gonna say this right here, right? You guys gotta do your research. Those top 100 projects, right? The sitting in the top 100, 90% of them don't have doxed developers.
True.
It's facts, guys. They don't have doxed developers. But my opinion on the situation is that what it all boils down to me is basically what that developer is doing with the marketing wallet, right? Because you got a lot of developers, you got a lot of docs developers as well, right? You have a lot of docs developers, right, within last year that have done malicious things, right? We can even talk about Lily Finance, docs developers.
Crazy. True.
We can talk about Terrarium, docs developers.
True.
Right?
Preach.
Continue, right? We can talk about Shinobi, docs developers.
Preach.
I'm continuing. So to me, to me is more important, right? Whether or not that developer is doing the proper things with the investor's money.
Yeah.
Right. And so far, Satoshi has yet to do any malicious things. Any malicious things. So to me, the most important thing is basically transparency. What is this developer doing, right? For the betterment of the community.
Absolutely.
And to me, that's the way I judge a project, because I've been in so many docs projects, no offense, but I've been in Saitama as well. I mean, a lot of things took place there as well, right? All of those projects that I mentioned, I've been involved in all those projects, all of those docs development, all of those docs projects. I was in those projects, and so far, shady things have taken place. So my question is, what's your argument to that?
Yep, 100%. And Cassie, thank you so much for the $20 donation. She said Voltoshi has something big coming that will vaulted every crypto projects and holders, and it's not VoltiFlex. Super bullish. That's insane right there. And I agree. We saw like Lily Finance is the best example. It's like these guys literally went on a camera with their daughter, right? And made the daughter make an announcement about a Coinbase listing that never happened. So it's like, it doesn't matter if they show their face.
Wow.
Like, that was crazy.
I agree to everything, Power, that you said. And I just want to add to that is to me, it's about understanding someone's character first, right? As a developer, right? I told you I always only follow those people who've shown me that they've made money, right? And what their intentions are, right?
Yeah.
Voltoshi came out in the beginning, announced that he's not doing this for the money. He's made money. He's already been in crypto for many years. For him, it's about the innovation of crypto. A crypto enthusiast where he wants to take crypto to the next level. He wants to push mass adoption. He wants to get all these crypto projects, all these communities using VoltiChain and getting mass adoption to crypto. So for me, when I understand someone's intentions from the get-go, and it's not there for the money, right? There for a whole different purpose, right? To me, a developer stands out like that. Because there's a lot of developers who have never seen 100K in their account as a trader.
Yes,
I agree.
Right. So if you are as an investor, you have to make money before you can accept that role, right? Because if you've never seen 50 to 100, if you never see hundreds of Ks in your bank account or in your trading account in your years of trading, then to me, you still haven't made it yet. You have a lot of room to grow. You have to become an experienced trader first. Motoshi has it all in him. Not only is he an excellent developer and a coder and all that, but he's a magnificent trader. He's been in the crypto space for many years. He knows how to trade. His technical analysis is amazing. He knows a lot of stuff. Timing is everything. He has that patience.
True.
He knows a lot about how to become a successful trader. And then on top of that, adding a developer to his title is a no-brainer. And to me, that's a huge thing, because if you've only been in the crypto space for, let's say, a month or 2 months, and because you have, let's say, a little bit of money and you want to become a developer right away, it's not right. You're gonna mess with a lot of people's real money, right? And he's never about that. He's always looking about for the better for the community, because he understands, man, getting rug pulled, getting wrecked, losing money, blowing up your accounts, it puts a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. Let's say you go into a rug pull and you lose money, you lose 5K, 10K, right? It puts a bad taste in you. You might not even come back to crypto. You might be like,
True.
you know what? Forget this. I'm not investing anymore, right? And then maybe 5-10 years later, you might want to get back into it. It might be too late, right? So it's all about spreading that positive energy, and Votoshi has been doing that since day one with the community.
I agree. And like and to add on to that, I mean, look, a developer or a docs or undocs developer doesn't have to rug pull a project to basically steal profits.
No,
right? They can literally sell millions of dollars on the chart. I mean, to me, that's like a rug pull as well.
Multiple wallets.
Yeah, multiple wallets. Man.
Ozzy brings up the best point, because I've seen a lot of projects where it's like they're these kids that are like 24 years old and they're developers and they live in their grandmother's basement. And it's like they launch their project and they probably get $1 million in their marketing wallet from taxes. The project goes to shit because they get happy feet. They're like, oh my God, I have $1 million, which $1 million is a lot of money. Like I don't blame them, but you can tell when someone like Voltoshi Pablo brings up a point, like when the migration happened, essentially when the migration happened, like you set all of your Volt to a wallet, a migration wallet. And Voltoshi had about probably $8 to $12 million in that wallet. And what did he do? He individually sent it out to the community. What would most people do, Power? If you had $12 million, like
they would cash out so quickly. Oh,
most people would. Most people would. So it was it just shows that like you do want a developer that has a lot of money, right? Like look at the look at Elon Musk, look at Steve Jobs, look at all these guys. Like they're multi billionaires, right? And it's like you almost want that because they're custom. Yeah, they're custom. And like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs when he was alive, Jeff Bezos, like they're not doing it for the money. Like they're doing it for that drive, right? They're not worried about dollar signs. They have enough money forever. Why did Elon Musk buy Twitter? Because he actually has purpose. He wants to help humanity and give back by having a free speech platform, right? Like you want people like that. You don't want a kid that's starting a token in their grandmother's basement to make money because they're going to rug pull your project. They're going to run away. You want a businessman that's built successful businesses that actually wants to help investors make money, that actually wants to change the crypto space for the better. And I believe that's what we have here in Voltoshi.
I agree. And I think Voltoshi loves challenges too, as well.
I agree. I think that's the show. That's the show, guys. 357 people in here right now, guys. We appreciate you tuning in every Volted Wednesday, the Volted Wednesday live stream.
Sam Bateman. Hold up before you go. Sam Bateman was doxxed. That's a big one there.
Yeah, and you know what's so crazy, Jake? We were at the Chainlink conference, right? And
when it happened,
people were running after just to say hi to this guy.
Yes.
Right, like running after him, right?
SBS?
And
yeah, we saw him.
SBS,
he was there.
Yeah. And I looked over to Power. I'm like, Power, are you gonna go say hi to him? Like, no, you're gonna come say hi to me.
They did say that. He walked right past us. Right, he walked past us. And then he didn't have any security at all. He walked past us. And he went to the above room because he had a conference to attend. But yeah, we saw Sam Bateman-Fried right in person, man.
That is insane. And we have a huge donation. NGN, Mr. Cryptocurrency said, NGN just went live on the 98th ranked centralized exchange and many more top 100 exchanges coming. The network is for a 100% volted and respect all that Voltoshi is doing. Do your own research and you can then make your own decision. But this team is committed and the community is devoted. Thank you so much, Mr. Cryptocurrency. Congrats on a successful launch here. But that just shows, and Power, thank goodness Sam Bankman-Fried didn't come talk to you guys, and because he probably would have loved Volt. He'd be like, oh, I love Volt. Let me make it an investment. Yeah, I'm glad that you guys did not talk to him, man, honestly, because he probably would have loved the project. He probably would have been like, yeah, I'll invest. I'll give you $1 billion, Power.
That's right. But he's a dogs developer, right? Everybody's talking trash about look, man, the man got away with billions.
Dude, show me your true intentions. That's what it is. It's like if we have if you have an undoxed developer like Voltoshi, that's like you can literally see where the money is going. 108 exchanges, that's multiple millions of dollars. Influencers, UFC fighters, soccer players, advertisements. Like he's investing in the project. I have no problem with an undoxed developer, but there are some shady undoxed developers. You have to make sure it's one that you're comfortable investing with. And I think Voltoshi's proven it to 60,000 investors that he's here for the community. Pepsi Aaron. Good morning. We're about to leave. Thank you guys so much. Power, we appreciate you, King Ozzy. It was a pleasure and honor to have you on the Volta Wednesday live stream. We got to do it again soon.
We appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, man. Appreciate having us.
Peace out, Volt Army. We'll see you next Wednesday. Thank you guys so much. Peace.